There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley, and we all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now Gurley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On first down, it's Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's McDonald to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Tyler Ervin back deep. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance.
He's got daylight. The 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, an even 90 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL. So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now on second down, this is Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. McDonald sets to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Oh, the return is Irvin. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
45, 45. Strict the ball.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action with McDonald. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. McDonald. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Play action. It's McDonald. That's complete. Okuegbunam. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Gurley. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Kenny Clark came into the league as one of the youngest players ever to be drafted. He's now one of the unsung leaders of this Packers defense. Went to the Pro Bowl for the first time after the 2019 season.
Throwing is McDonald. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw again. McDonald eluding the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, McDonald. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.